Here we are at Hammerfest, day 1, and I'm joined with the mighty Blitzrieg. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Yeah, it's cool. Actually, it really is cool. It's very cold.
Yeah, it is. It hasn't warmed up here all afternoon. It really hasn't.
Yeah.
So what brings you to Hammerfest?
Well, this year, 2015, is the 30th anniversary of the release of Time of Changes, which is the first Blitzrieg album. It's also 35 years since we actually put the band together. So it's a double whammy, if you like. So we're just trying to get out, and on this tour we're playing the Time of Changes album in its entirety. So you know, that's only going to be for this year. So that's why we're doing it.
Excellent. Now it's a real, it's quite an achievement to be in the industry for that length of time. So you must have seen some good changes and some bad changes there.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen almost the demise of record companies as we knew it.
Yeah.
You know, at one time you had to be a signed band to get your product out to the public. Now you can actually do it yourself. You can record it at home. Personally, I still like the cushion of a record company behind you. It feels like you've achieved a little bit more, but I think the biggest change has been a curse and a godsend at the same time, and that's the internet.
Yeah.
Because back in 1980 there was no internet,
no.
And we had to do everything old school. We had to get in touch with Sound's newspaper. We had to get in touch with Kerrang. You tried to get onto all the radio stations throughout, and that's how you promoted yourself back then. Now you can just do a video or a track, put it on the internet, and everybody hears it instantly. And you know, it's great from that point of view. The bad side is, of course, you spend a lot of money recording an album, and then somebody puts it on the net and everybody downloads it for free. It doesn't help, because you've got to try and survive, and surviving when people are downloading your music for free is difficult.
Yes.
So it's a godsend, but it's a curse at the same time.
Yeah, it's the double-edged sword.
It is, really. It really is.
And of course, obviously with Blitzrieg, you were around in the days of the like Tommy Vance, with the Friday Rock Show, who really, he was the word of mouth. He was the ultimate promoter, really.
He was, and he would play your stuff if he really believed in you, and we were fortunate enough to have him play quite a bit of our stuff. So you know, we were kind of there around the same time as Saxon and Iron Maiden and all of those bands. So it was great to be around at that time, and it's great to be still around doing it now.
As I say, because your audience is now, it must be almost like 3-4 generations coming on. You must have your original followers, and obviously their children probably their children as well. That's
the amazing thing, you know. We've said this many times, not just Blitzrieg but with Satan as well.
Yeah.
When we go out there, you look, and at the back of the hall you can see the guys that are our age, and they're sort of jumping around and they're enjoying it, and it gets to the front, and by the time you get to the front, the kids at the front weren't even born when you did your first album, and that's really cool. And another thing I've noticed is, for years we've played to audiences full of hairy guys. Now there's lots of girls in the audience as well, which is great, you know. And it's because metal's for everybody.
Yeah.
And we don't you know, the metal world don't put restraints on it. They don't put conditions on it. It is what it is. And you know, I think we've got Blitzrieg and Satan. I think they've got some of the most loyal fans in the world. They're there for us, and that is a great place to be.
Now you've, of course, over the years of touring and going out to venues, you've played in some amazing places.
Yeah, we have.
What is the most? Is there any particular place that really stands out and you really love to go back to?
You're right, we have played a lot of places, but I think it's not necessarily the best place, but it's the one thing that kind of, over the years, has stuck in my memory. And that was the year that we went out with Saxon, because we played a tour with Saxon, I mean, ironically, back in 1981 we were supposed to tour with Saxon, but we split up momentarily and we didn't do it.
Yeah.
So we actually got to do it. And then the same year we opened Wacken Festival in front of 85,000 people, and man, I can tell you that is a rush. It really is. The buzz that you get from that, because to open the festival, before we have played it at I think overall I've played Wacken Festival about 6 times, but this was the last time that we played it. They asked us, do you want to open it? And we said, yeah, of course we do, because at that point there is no other band on.
Yeah.
Because at any other given time you'll have a band on that stage and a band on that stage, and kind of, so the audience gets split. But this was a chance to play in front of the entire Wacken audience, and it was great. So that kind of sticks in my mind, and having them singing along with the lyric was a great thing.
Excellent. That's one festival which we haven't done yet, is Wacken. It's one of those ones which we always wanted to go to, so yeah, we do keep our fingers crossed maybe one day we will get it.
It's an amazing festival. It really is. It's huge. It's absolutely enormous, and it's done in a really friendly atmosphere. Everybody sort of gets on with everybody else. The bands are all backstage chatting and stuff, and it's great, So you can talk to different. You can stand and talk to Saxon. You can talk to Judas Priest. You can talk to whoever happens to be there at the time, and everybody's just there having a great time. It's a great festival. You'll love it, honestly.
Well, obviously, with being 30 years into the industry, 35 years of having a band together, what advice could you give a up-and-coming new blood band?
Well, people, when they get into a band, they'll have, this is what I want to do, and they'll be doing it because they love it, because they're excited by it, because generally they're fans of music themselves. And my advice is never lose sight of that, because it's so easy for bands to reach to a point where they reach to the point where they're sort of headlining shows and stuff, and if you forget what got you there, it's a bad thing. And don't ever sort of turn your back on the fans, because they're the people that put you where you are. Remember that, and that is my advice to any band. Go for it, remember your roots, and have fun, because this is what this music is about.
You nailed it right.
Absolutely, it is the only thing. Because if you're doing it because I want to make $1 million, and that's the only reason I'm doing it, that is the wrong reason. Do it because you enjoy it. If you make a bit of money along the way, fantastic. But that's not it's not why I do it. I do it because I love it.
You can see the passion's still there.
I still love doing it. I'm in Blitzrieg. I'm in Satan. I'm also doing a show for charity in Newcastle in April. I get to play Alice Cooper for a night.
Oh, excellent!
And I'm really looking forward to doing that. We've got the whole stage show. We've got all the costumes. Whatever you see at an Alice Cooper concert, the guillotine, the hanging, the snakes, everything. We do the whole lot.
Brilliant.
We're doing it for a charity in Newcastle that was set up to raise money for children that are dying of cancer, terminal cancer with children. And we just kind of thought that I would like to do that, and particularly when the young lad that the charity was set up for was an Alice Cooper fan. When I was asked to play Alice, I thought, got to do it.
So when's that?
That's April the 11th at the Customs House in South Shields.
Brilliant. We'll make sure that everyone knows about that one as well.
Yeah, please, because we need as many people to turn up as possible. I know it's a long way from here, but even so, we have people coming over from Italy, France, Germany, so please, turn up, come and see it. You'll enjoy the show, but apart from that, we're doing it for a good cause.
Thank you so much for taking time to chat with me this evening.
You're very welcome.
Enjoy Hammerfest, and hopefully we will get to see you again somewhere in 2015.
We may see you at Wacken.
We may certainly do.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.